I have this confidence because I've seen the faithfulness of God. It's still inside the storm, the promise of the shore. I trust the power of your word, enough to seek your kingdom first, beyond the barren place, beyond the ocean wave. When I walk through the waters, I won't be overcome. When I go through the river, I will not be drowned. My God will make a way, so I am not afraid.
You keep the promises you made. There isn't one that is delayed, so I will not lose heart. Here I will lift my arms
and start to sing into the night. My praise will call the sun to rise. Declare the battle won. Declare that it is done.
When I walk through the waters, I won't be overcome. When I go through the rivers, I will not be drowned. My God will make a way, so I am not afraid. When I am in the fire, I will not feel the flame. I'll stand before the giant, declaring victory. My God will make a way, so I am not afraid. Before me, behind me, always beside me. No shadow, no valley where you won't find me. No, I am not afraid. Before me, behind me, always beside me. No shadow, no valley where you won't find me. No, I am not afraid. No, I am not afraid. When I walk through the waters, I won't be overcome. When I go through the rivers, I will not be drowned. My God will make a way, so I am not afraid. When I am in the fire, I will not feel the flame. I'll stand before the giant, declaring victory. My God will make a way, so I am not afraid. My God will make a way, so I am not afraid. Yeah, my God will make a way, so I am not afraid.
I'm Brandon. This is
Jordan.
And this is
I'm Kevin.
So I get the pleasure of hanging out with these guys every single week as the worship pastor, and this is the first worship Wednesday that we get to hang out and play some music. And Jordan brought this song up, and right away, as soon as I was listening to it, I've heard it before, but I just think that there's so much truth in this song, and especially in the season that we're in right now with so much kind of chaos and stuff going on in the world. It's like, man, if we're not afraid, if we have our confidence in Him, I feel like we'll just be more grounded. We'll start to claim victory over a lot of the situations that we're, feeling hopeless or helping others as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'd like to kind of get your guys' feedback on just why this song, Jordan, and what kind of sticks out to you.
Yeah, definitely. I know with this, there's so many great worship songs, but lately in my life, I've been talking to a lot of friends and people that are close to me, and they're just going through these really intense, dramatic things that I personally have never been through. And it's like, what do you tell people that are going through so much pain or uncertainty? And this song kind of says it all, and I don't know where I heard it, but it's a very common phrase that fear is imagining life in the future without God in it. And so if you do have God present in your life, you have that confidence because you know that all of his promises are true, and he's going to be beside you, he's going to be before you, he's behind you, he's everywhere. And so if you can cling to the lyrics and cling to the truth of, no matter where I go, I will not be overcome in any circumstance. And that's really hard to feel. And that's why the faith is not a feeling. You have to focus on the truth of God, the absolute truth that doesn't change, instead of just being overcome by the waves. And I know Kevin had some awesome stuff to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this song, excuse me, it really means a lot. Like, I think about my whole life when I hear this song. I walk through the waters. I walk through the fire. I will not feel the flame. No matter what, God is there. God will make a way. And I think over my life, like, all the things that I've been through, and we're all different. We all go through some terrible things and some great things, and some are worse than others. But I think of all the things I've gone through, and the one thing that's constant is God made a way. Here I am today.
Right.
Of all those things,
right.
here I am today. God still made a way. Your faith,
good.
Definitely, you have to have the faith. And,
Right.
the one thing I've kept is the faith. But I've never been afraid, and that's the thing. Like, I may have been afraid of things in life that came my way, but I've never been afraid that I would never be okay. Like, I always knew, I think in my heart, that God would make that way. And so I'm proud to be here with you guys. And,
I just think back of, like, man, bouncing off of what both of you guys said, it's like, I think back of when I first stepped into worship with Pat Campbell, and just feeling inadequate. Like, I had this passion to sing, and I was like, man, it'd be cool to join a band someday, and that was for secular reasons, right, to become famous. But I just keep thinking, like, why we're doing this is, like, we want to be famous in our Father's eyes, and I think if we have that mindset on stage but off stage in congregation, when you step foot in and outside of the church, it's like, are we examples of Christ? Are we believing what these lyrics are saying? It's like, man, when we get to participate in worship, whether you're a worship leader or you're in the congregation, it's important that these lyrics imprint on your heart, but more so they imprint on other people that you get to share the word of God with, and that's why we do this. It's like, man, we love music, yes, we love playing instruments, but it's more about being famous in our Father's eyes, and having hope and believing that there's more beyond just this. And that's why I'm not afraid, because there's more to come, and we can declare victory over everything. So I'm glad you guys got to hang out with us and hear a little bit of our hearts of why we chose this song, and we hope that you join again with us next time. Have a good day, guys.